Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. So welcome to my channel everybody. So I am currently working on my paper pumpkin alternative videos for October 2023's paper pumpkin kit called Home for the Holidays. This was the box it came in. It is so much fun. If you are not a paper pumpkin subscriber and you are a paper crafter, you are missing out. I'm telling you, you really are. So we are gonna do a box to hold gift cards. Now this is the A2 size, meaning it holds the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 or 4 1/4 well, by 5 1/2, either way. Depends on which way you fold your card. Anyway, so this holds a wonkin' stack of cards, guys. And then some. So this, of course, is made with, the top is made with some very scrap piece of DSP. Let me get that back on. And the bottom is made with Stampin' Up! Cardstock. It is, you guys gonna know just how long I've been with Stamping Up, on and off. In 2010, of course, those of you who know me, 2010, my brother killed himself, and it was very shortly after that that I packed up all my stamping stuff, and I just quit for like 7 years. But I have this package of ink colors from 2010 2012, and in this is Poppy Parade in that blue, and I'm not sure what that blue was, but it's the only blue that I had, and it's a textured cardstock. We are going to be using the Poppy Parade, and I already have quite a bit done. We are going to go through all of the scoring, but I wanted to do most of it because I didn't want this video to take forever. So, but I will tell you, it's taken me 3 days because I've had issues, okay? I tried to do the top and the bottom in cardstock, and I'm going to show you. The problem being is that I couldn't get the 12 by 12 piece of cardstock with the way I wanted it to look on the inside being folded over. When you do it cardstock and cardstock, it wouldn't fit because I forgot to do the allowance for the thickness of the cardstock. So I had to go back to thin DSP paper. So I don't have, except for my Winter Meadow paper, which didn't really go with this theme. So I've chosen a piece of Rings of Love. It is retired, but it is Poppy Parade. So this is what we are going to use for this box we're going to make on camera now. I'm probably going to get everything out of whack here as I have it set up. But this is what we're going to make today. Now let's go over what we're going to be using. This shows you what you could have made with the kit, and y'all know I do my own thing. We are going to be using the Santa here from October 2022's paper pumpkin set. I'm going to set that aside. This is going to go back behind me. Let's see. So this is one of the add-on envelopes that I have cut down. Let's see, add-on envelope. This is 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. Piece of the add-on card base. This was just scrap, right? You can see how it's going to layer up. This is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. I have one of those glimmer pieces here behind me. You can see it there. It already has tear tape on it. I've done prep work, okay? I hope you guys don't mind that because I don't want this video to take like an hour and a half or something. So the glimmer piece, and then I have a scrap piece of this add-on envelope, which is 3/4 of an inch by 3. I have the sentiment strip with the Merry Christmas from the kit and my little hollies leaves in the background here. These are from the cottage wreath dies, and these little snowflakes are from the Giving Gift dies. And this is a piece of glimmer paper that I ran my 3 little snowflakes for. Now I also used the retired evergreen border punch. this is the actual punch piece you want, but this piece here is the relief piece, which most people would throw away. And I stamped it with the tree punch, the little Douglas fir tree, at least that's what I'm calling it, from the kit. And so we're going to use those to decorate our box. So I'm going to set those over there. Oh, and we have a little house from the kit that I've already stamped in Memento and colored with blends. So, box measurements. I can show you my notes. The box bottom is 12 by 12. On the first side, because they're both 12 by 12s. Really simple. You're going to score at 3 and at 9. On the second side, excuse the noise. They are doing some kind of construction out there for days. It's been really annoying. 3/4 of an inch, 3 3/4, 8 1/4, and 11 1/4. That's for the bottom. And I'm gonna go through all this with you, and you're gonna see it in bigger writing because I have it on scrap paper here. On the top of the box, you'll need a 10.5 by 12. You're gonna score it a 1/2 inch at 3, at 7.5, and at 9, and that's on the 10.5 inch side. On the 12 inch side, we're scoring it 1/2, 1 1/2, at 3, at 9, and at 10.5. So I'm going to put my notes up, and I am using the big score tool. Reason being is that, you guys, I had a whole recycle bin full of scrap. And I say scrap because it's just cheap scrapbook paper that I've had for years that I use to make my templates. And you'll see it right here, and you can see me, I scratched out trying to change things up. So this is the piece we're going to do. Now, I have already scored this, already did some folding, but because this is such a busy pattern, this is both sides. The both sides really busy. It's going to be hard for you to see where I'm scoring it. So I cut, told you, scrap paper, but I'm going to score it on this, and I'm going to use a highlighter after I score it to go over with you, just like it shows up here, to walk you through how I did this. So we are on the 10.5 inch side. I'm using the smaller of the two ends of my stylus tool. And we are going to start. What's really good about using this for big projects like this, because I kept screwing up with my scoring tool because my paper wasn't staying where I wanted, is you can shove this up here in the corner, hold your hand. You really want to keep it right where you want it because you need both the left and the right sides even. So I'm going to hold it in place, make sure it's right where I want it. And you're going to see on my paper, on the 10.5 inch side, we're going to score at 1.5, at 3, 7.5, and 9. So let's do that. So we're going to start at 1.5, which is right here. We're going to score. There's 1. And I do it 3 times. There's 2. There's 3. Now we're going to go down to 3, which is right here. 1, 2, and 3. And with DSP, the reason why I go over it 3 times is I'm doing light, even pressure. I am not forcing the stylus down in there. So I'm keeping this held up nice in the corner, right? And I'm going to move my hand, spread it out some, go to 9. No, to 7.5. All the way down the paper. 1, 2, and 3. Now to 9. 1, 2, now 3. Now I'm going to show you this again, but I'm going to use my purple highlighter so you can see where I'm scoring. At 1.5 score. This is on the 10.5 inch side. At 3 score. Oops, got out of the track. 3. At 7.5 score. At 9 score. There we have. This is on the 10.5 inch side. We scored at 1.5, at 3, at 7.5, and at 9. Now we're going to turn it to the 12 inch side. I'm not going to use the highlighter, making it sure it's all the way up in the corners. We're going to score at 1.5, all the way down 3 times. 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to go, you know it, at 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to go down to 9. 1, 2, and 3, and at 10.5. 1, 2, and 3. And now with the highlighter, so 1.5. At 3. At 9. And at 10.5. So now we have on the 12-inch side, right? We scored at 1.5, at 3, at 9, and at 10.5. Now I'm going to show you this way. Here's my template where I X, you are cutting. X those out. I cut all of that away. I'm going to flip it up this way. X that, X, and X. So I'm going to turn it back up that way. So all of those X's now need to be cut. Then, to get this flap, do I have another pen? Oh, I so do not. So I'm going to use my white erase. Oh, do I have a green one? I wonder if the red would show up. Oh, this is blue. It just has a... Okay. So now this blue marker is going to show you where I am cutting up to. I'm stopping right here. So cut, 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 stop. Up to this one. Cut, 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 and stop. This is my stopping point. Cut, 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 and stop. Now let me show you what it looks like when you do it. You can see I cut this one wrong, so I had to tape it back on. So these two come in like so. Let's move that piece away. These two come in like so. And you're going to see this comes up. All right, now let's get the one that we're going to use. Let me move those over there. I've already started it. Here's my template. This is the inside. So there you can see it. Here's those 2 flaps, which I haven't scored this at all. I just started the cutting. You do need to score it all. So let's do that while we're doing this. You guys know I like to score. It is easier if you score before you cut, but I just wanted to get a little bit ahead. So I'm going to turn it this way. Score there. Okay. Turn it this way. Did I make a boo-boo? I sure did. This is not scored. This is scored at the wrong one. It should be 1.5. It's scored at 3, but just not at 1.5. I thought that felt weird. 1, 2, and 3. I can fix it. Think you have it all figured out until you don't. So this one needs to come up. This one needs to come up. All right. So here I did my cutting, my stopping, and here is my big X. I will tell you, if you use larger scissors, it is easier to cut this out. So there's that one section. And I'm just lining it up in the groove of the score line, and it cuts away. Move it on to this section, and it just kind of nestles up in that section. So those pieces are all done. I think this one needs a little trimming, like right there for my liking. All right. And I didn't cut. This is my cut line. So hopefully you guys are seeing this. It's kind of hard when you have a pattern on both sides of your paper. All right. So here are those flaps that come in, just like on my pattern, my 2 flaps that come in. All right. So you bring these in. You can see this is the lid. This part here, this is going to fold over these 2 flaps, like so. You can add glue. You can put glue wherever you want, but I felt it just, oh, that glue is not going to work. It's frozen. Hold on. Armpit time. Stuck my bottle of glue in my armpit to warm it up. It's going to come out ever so nice, hopefully, unless it has a big old goober in it. Which, of course, it will on camera. It never fails. Let's see what we got going on. Or a big air pocket in there. Let's see. Real life. Oop, nope, there's a big old goober. If I can get it out of there. There it is. See that? Goober time. All the scratch paper in my rubbish bin. Recycle bin, truly, but that was blocking my nozzle. A piece must be up in my nozzle itself because it's still there. Oh, the things I do. Let's see. I just checked it too before I started. Believe it or not, I did. Oh, might as well pull it out the other end. There it is. Big old goober. Let's just leave that right there until after. Okay, let me wipe off my fingers. I'll clean the needle off with some alcohol. Okay, now let's hopefully, this is going to come out. All right, so these 2 come in. This one comes up. These come over. Tuck that in, hopefully. It goes willingly into its spot. And it is. There's one edge. You don't need glue on every single edge. Just the one edge will do, trust me. I mean, if you want to, go ahead and scribble a little over there, but put the majority of your glue on this end. So these 2 together. And it's got that nice little rolled finish. That's what I liked about doing this. Now these, I'm just gonna go around the outside, 1 string in the middle. Because I had to push over the other end. Take my bone folder and go all the way around this side. I guess if I folded it back that way, it would help. because we're finishing it off here. Now our lid is complete. That's the lid. Let's get to the bottom piece. So I'm going to stick my instructions for my lid over there. I really do enjoy this box, guys. This might be something I do with my extra DSP, or is to make boxes. Now, of course, I probably could have gone up on YouTube and found somebody else's directions and not spent 3 days trying to figure this out and all the frustration that went along with it. But then it wouldn't be my box. And I am not the best person at math, but I did it, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. So there's my needle, because that was bugging me. So here we go. For the bottom. Okay, what is this? Blue. This represents everything we cut off. This is being cut just to give you a color idea. These are dry erase markers, not supposed to be on paper. So we're using a 12 by 12. This is for the bottom. On the first side, we are going to score at 3 and at 9. On the second side, we're going to score at 3/4, 3 3/4, 8 1/4, and at 11 1/4. So on a white piece, it's already scored. I was thinking, do I have another color I could use? I can't believe I don't have a marker or anything like that in here. I don't, not at all. All right, let's just go. Oh, I have a Sharpie. Let's go with black to show you. So, first side. So this is the first side, would be this side. So we're scoring at 3, just 2 scores. So there's 3. There's 9. This is side 1. I'm going to turn it this way now, because now we're at side 2. 3/4 of an inch. 3 3/4 of an inch. Just like that. 8 1/4 of an inch. And 11 1/4 of an inch. That's all there is to it. Now let's actually score on the one that is scored, but we're going to pretend that it isn't. So, first side, we're going to score at 3. I want my little edge. Whatever, well, for me, whatever one I start with, I use it for both top and bottom. So there's my 3 inch, and I am scoring, guys. 3 and at 9. Now this is cardstock. I can push a little harder. Now I'm going to turn it. This is the second 12-inch side. 3/4 of an inch. Which is right here. I'm like, why is that not lining up? Because it's the wrong piece. This is 3/4 of an inch. You just got to pretend, okay, that it's all the way. Because I already did some cutting. Then it's at 3 3/4 of an inch. Then we're at 8 1/4. All the way down. And then we're at 11 1/4 of an inch. So, there we have it. That is what we just did. Now you can see here, let me go back to this one. I cut this section out. I already cut that section out. So now I wrote cut away and cut away. Right here and here, I still have to cut on these. So let's get that done. So I'm setting it in the groove from our scoring. And somebody is like pounding. I need to really go out there and see what they're doing next door, but I try not to be nosy Nate there. So in the groove and cutting that away. a little hard to do on camera. Usually it's right in front of me. Now I'm going to cut from here right up to my stop point. There's one. You have to do all 4 here for the bottom. Then I'm going to go through and make sure all my sides are nice and clean. I might have to do a little trimming to make sure they're nice, because I want it to be, I didn't get them just so it's kind of hard to cut in camera. So you might have to bear with me there. All right, so I have it all. And that looks pretty good. This one does not look so hot here. So let me just trim a little bit of that away. It won't hurt it any. This one I didn't get quite right, so we're going to trim that away. And this one looks like this needs a little trimming. Might as well trim a little bit of this opposite one that I didn't trim. I will just trim a little bit since I trimmed some on all of them. And really the longer scissors really does help. So now we're going to score. Not score. We're going to crease everything. I can put my score tool away. You guys know I like to fold away from me. And this was a textured cardstock that Stampin' Up had come up with. And it is Poppy Parade. I kind of wonder if this was the year that Poppy Parade made its debut. Life was kind of a blur back in that year. I tell people, and people are like, can't believe you joke about it. But I do. I mean, you gotta... That was the year I descended into purgatory. Tell people I've been there, done that, never going back down there. Ink on my cardstock. Not... Where's my little dish? Little sand eraser. Helps to remove ink. Must have had, or it must have been a marker is what it was. So I'm checking to see which ones need creasing here. And really they go together really simply. So we did it. Look at this. So these two, let me turn it this way. These two come up and in and over. So I'm going to move these two back here. This one comes up. This one comes up. There's no fold over. This will eventually. So what I am going to do, score tape will be faster and easier. So let's score tape it. This one right here, I would normally glue it. I prefer glue. You guys know me, I do prefer my wet glue. Seal, whatever you guys like. It is so cold out here. I had to turn the heater off. I didn't want the noise. There's enough going on. So these two come over. Hopefully I get them pretty straight there. All right. This one here I'm going to do... you really do need the sides. We'll glue the sides but tape the top. So I'm going to take the tape off and then put glue. You can even do it on top of the glue. Big old X, dot, 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 dot. Lift that up. I'm going to turn it this way. Hold this back so you guys can see. I'm going to use my bone folder and give it a good rub down. A little massage. All right, so we're going to work on the other side. Once again, I'm going to use this left panel and I'm going to put my tape on the inside of it because it's going to fold over to connect with that. So just a bit. Just enough to help keep it closed for me. So I need to look at it though, please, if you don't mind. Which I'm sure you guys don't. So there we go. Now, this piece here. Now, if this one doesn't work out, I'm going to give up. Probably not, but I might run out of paper. Because I've done this video once, and that's when I realized that cardstock on the cardstock did not work out so well. And I gave up. At that point, I was so frustrated. I had other things. I had doctor's appointments. I had so much stuff to do. So here we go. Up. Turn it over. You guys really can't see the rub down now, but all right. Now these, I am just going to add glue on this. So, first little panel, trying to hold this back so you guys can see. Because sometimes even in the cold, the tear tape doesn't adhere. Glue will. Tear tape, glue dots will pop off. Dimensionals will pop off. I find that wet glue adheres. So there's that. You could use these for gifts. I mean, they don't have to be for cards, but these are going to store cards in them. So there's my bottom. Please, fingers crossed that my lid goes into, oh, it does, look. I am so relieved, guys, because I was like, so like, oh, if this does not work, I don't know. Because I have like one more piece. I'm like, do I go into the Winter's Meadow? But then that won't go with the, it works. Yay. Oh, okay, let's decorate the top. Let's get all my goodies. Oh, yes, yes. Okay. It worked. I'm like bouncing for joy here. Okay. Glue. Got to keep a hold of it. My husband and I got to go to the butcher and pick up the deer. He does from time to time butcher his own deer, but when he goes to Minnesota to do hunting, they do a group thing and they butcher up their deer there and they have the space to age it. Here he likes to take it to a butcher he found that he likes. So this one, oh, we're going to stamp on this one. I almost forgot. I was so excited about the box. Oh, so love this little Santa, guys. Love him to pieces. Might have to turn on that, oh, that heater. All right, here we go. Santa and his reindeer are on the move. Now we can glue it down. I have already loaded up my husband's little car, and I do mean little. It's not the normal car that we usually have. For taking donations of holiday stuff that I've gone through to drop off. Because if I don't get rid of it now, I might try to sneak into stuff. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You will donate. You will. And I was very good. Everything that I could fit in my house in any little nook and cranny. And I made notes of where I stuck these things. So my Merry Christmas is going right there. My little house is not going on dimensionals. It's just going right there so you guys can see. I think I'm putting the snowflake up there. Now these guys. This is just going to come up behind the house. So what I'm going to do is stick a little bit of glue on this tree and put that just like so. I'm starting to wonder if that's that house around the corner. They're removing a mobile home, and I think they're going to build on it. So that's that one. Oh, yes. And this one, we are going to remove some and keep some. So I think we're going to remove that little bit and then keep just the one. But we can leave all this other bit on there. Yeah, like right there. Okay, so now glue, 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 glue. And my hands are numb, 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 numb. Oh, this room was warm at once upon a time. I forgot to put glue up under my house. Let's put some up under the top. It's kind of hard when there's nothing behind the box. Give it a minute. All right. Give the tear tape a bit of a rub down. Now oh, snowflake, you're not even on there yet. Oh, that needs to move up. Will it move? Nope. But this is going to be a little further down than I wanted. That's okay. No, it's not okay. That is just not okay, everybody. It is so cold. Who would know that it'd be that cold? Let's take this off and then I can really give it a rub down. That works better. I have had it so cold out in this room that my ink pads have frozen. Now, when they do thaw, they thaw out just fine. My husband's like, why don't you just leave the heater on? I'm like, it's a waste of electricity. I'm not that kind of a person, honey. Which he knows. And there's just no room in the house. All right, look at back onto my little box. You go. Glue dot time, which I know right where they are for a change. Yeah, they're around the corner. They're at that house. But that sure sounds like they're like right next door, because I was like, didn't see any construction there next door yesterday. So that is my wee little box. Oh, you can look at all the cards you can fit in it. It's the same identical box. When I'm all done with Paper Pumpkin, I'm going to see how many of my cards I can fit in my Paper Pumpkin box this time. Oh, Winka Stella. And you know, I'm going to put some rhinestones on here. This is that black Winka Stella. Which I'm trying very carefully not to go. Just sticking on the reindeers here. Just to give them a little, let's go ahead and do the little chimney. Ooh, that's cute. Thank you, Tammy. All right. We need some bling. This one I didn't even glue down. That was just me coming out here and saying, I need to fix this. Bling box under my desk. right next to my knees. Where is it? It's the top drawer. We need some rhinestones, don't we? We need something. We don't need any snowflakes. Do we want to go with blue? Or, you know what? Let's do the pearls. I think these little pearls would be perfect. Hopefully they don't pop off in the cold weather, because it is cold, guys. Okay, there's two, one more. Love it. Love it. So I am interested in what you think of my card box. Oh, it is deep. Okay, let me show you the measurements. If I can find the ruler. There it is. Take a deep breath because, oh, guys, I spent 3 days trying to figure out that. This is 3 inches in depth. And it is 6 inches this way. And it is, I know it's 4.5 inches this way. So 3 inches in depth, 4 inches this way, and 6 inches this way. But that is a great, either a gift box, a card storage box, which I really like the look of. Ooh, I can set that on my shelf like I have room, right? Right now with everything out here. So thanks everybody for watching. I really hope you like this one. I hope you guys like all of my videos, but this one, because it took me so much time and I wasted so much paper. You have no idea just how much. Here's another one. This was me, of course, using other paper. This one did come out. It's not glued together. I was just practicing. But I was really disappointed that I couldn't get a cardstock top with the bottom. But, of course, I could make this a bottom and make a very small lid. But that would require me trying to figure out the math again. So maybe I'd be better just cutting this down into scrap cardstock. That will probably happen. Me cutting it down, that is. So thanks for watching, everybody, once again. Please, if you would like, and you haven't, subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to be on my mailing list, that's how you contact me. I really, I thrive on your comments, guys. It's what makes every day for me. It inspires me to come out here and keep crafting and keep sharing what I create. So thank you very much to each and every one of you who have the time and are so kind to do that for me, because it really does inspire me. Thank you, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now.